So in one of my previous videos, I was actually exploring the options we have for 4K content in India, and I wanted to know how you can watch 4K content on Amazon Prime, and I stumbled across the Amazon Fire Stick TV. So let's go ahead and unbox this, do a hands-on, and we'll see if this is a good option for you. My name is Saish Gavas. Welcome to 8-Bit Goan, and today we're going to have the last video of 2018. Stay tuned. So what is an Amazon Fire TV Stick, and do you actually need one of this? I'll try to answer that in this video. As you know, Amazon is providing 4K content on their streaming service, which is Amazon Prime, and to avail this you need to have either one of the top-end 4K TVs like Samsung or Sony or LG or Panasonic, which has Amazon Prime pre-installed, and that way you can watch your 4K content directly on your TV, or you need to have one of these Android boxes like NVIDIA Shield or your Roku or Apple 4K TV. And the third option is you have to get one of Amazon's own Fire Stick, which is 4K now, and they had released a normal SD version as well. I would link in the description, but this is the one which you can avail the 4K content. So basically, if you have a 4K TV which is not a Samsung or an LG or a top-end 4K OLED TV which doesn't have Amazon Prime installed, you have to get one of these to make sure that you can watch 4K content on your Amazon Prime. So with that being said, let's go ahead and unbox the Amazon Fire TV Stick. So first we have the documentation and instruction manual, the pamphlet for Alexa. So in case you have Alexa, you can directly control the Fire Stick using the voice commands. We have the TV remote, which is really minimalistic, and it is black, sleek, and looks pretty nice. Next we have the Fire Stick itself. You can see it's just the size of a normal TV dongle, and it didn't take up much of the space behind your TV. Your power adapter with Amazon branding, your USB cable, and a male to female adapter. So this is a good addition in case you are in a situation where your HDMI port is kind of in a weird position. You can just connect one end of the adapter into your TV, and the other end would be a receiver where you connect your Amazon Fire Stick. So before we go ahead and plug the Amazon Fire Stick into our television and set it up, let's go ahead and have a closer look at the device itself along with the remote. Like I mentioned before, the remote is really minimalistic. And it looks well made, and nothing fancy, but it's really plain and simple. This is a power button, the microphone input, so in case you want to give any voice commands, you just hold on to this and give it a command. This is the navigation wheel. Though it looks like you can actually touch it and you can move the mouse or something, but it doesn't. It just has 4 physical buttons. The back, the home, the options, play and rewind and forward, volume up and volume down, and this also syncs with your television control. So directly you can control your television's volume here up and down, and this is the mute button. Alright, so let's go ahead and plug this into our television and set this up. So once you plug in your Fire TV Stick into your television, it's going to detect it automatically. But I just want to mention that I tried setting this up on 3 separate televisions, Sony, VU, and LG. This would not power on with just the USB port from the television. So I had to make sure that I plug it into the wall socket with the power adapter. So bear in mind, one of your power sockets of your power strip or your wall socket will be used in case you want to use your Fire Stick. Once this powers on, it's going to try to connect to your Wi-Fi, your internet, and once it connects, it's going to try and download any latest check for firmware updates basically, and if it does fine, it's going to download and it's going to install. Once it installs, basically you're done. It will tell you that your Amazon account is linked with your Gmail or whatever ID you have ordered your Fire Stick from, and you're good to go. So So the setup process relatively was simple, no hiccups there, and I was pretty impressed with how simple it is to set this up. So this is the interface of the Amazon Fire Stick. As you can see, at the top menu we have home, movies, TV shows, and apps and settings. If you go to the left, we have a search option where we can search for any show, and we should get a search result for that directly. I can go back to the home if I press the home button. Under home we have some of the movies which are available. If I click on it, I would be taken directly to The Marvelous Miss Maisel, I guess, on Amazon Prime. We have recent apps which have been opened and recent movies which were watched on Amazon Prime or Netflix for that matter. We have your apps and games, and some of them are not downloaded, like Hotstar, Ghana, and Sony Live, Voot as well, so you can download that if you want. We have the top movies, featured apps and games, the latest TV and drama, TV, kids, and all that kind of stuff. I'll go back to home. Then I go to movies. Again, there's a segregation based on genres, languages, all that kind of stuff. If I go back to TV shows, it's the same segregation. Next, if I go to apps, basically it will show you the apps which you can download and which apps have been downloaded. For example, I have OLED biology downloaded, Netflix downloaded, so I click on it, it'll be taking me directly to the Netflix or OLED biology respectively. Next, in other apps we have featured and games as well, so you can download some games if you want. And under categories we have segregation of apps and games under respective categories. So if I go into lifestyle, it'll take me to all the apps which are classified under lifestyle. And next, and the last thing is the setting. Here we have notification in case you get any notification, in case you have a firmware upgrade, etc. We have network, which shows us which network we are connected to and which network we can connect to. We have display and sounds, which you can change your display to 4K if you have 4K TV. Sound in case you want to alter some equalizer or all those kind of things. HDMI C device control in case you want to control your soundbar which is connected to your TV as well. You can do that if it's connected to via HDMI ARC. Applications, basically your app store and your game circle, manage install apps. As you can see, it's 3.99 GB or 5.28 GB available. So I think it's 6 GB and 5.2 is available. Equipment control is basically if you want you manage your TV and other kind of things. Yes, you can see you have power input, control, and Bluetooth devices. Now one thing I want to mention here is that you can connect your Bluetooth speaker directly, which this is a feature I absolutely love. You can connect your Bluetooth speaker, like you see Philips HT L2163 is my Bluetooth speaker which I've connected, which I can connect directly to my Fire Stick TV, and my TV doesn't have any input for the speaker, so that is fantastic. Likewise, I can connect my Xbox controller directly to my the Fire Stick, and I can play some games if I want to, which is fantastic. I do not have Alexa, but if you have Alexa, you can go directly and control Alexa, or you can control the Fire Stick through Alexa voice command. Preferences basically is another option where you have parental control, privacy setting, data monitoring, and all that kind of stuff. This is going to give you basically like the about option on your phone. It will take My Fire TV, accessibility for subtitles, etc., help, and my account. So here it will show that it's connected to my account as I have Amazon Prime. So this is the entire interface. I'll quickly show you the voice command feature. So if I just search play The Office, this is the episode where Michael Scott leaves. Play Stranger Things on Netflix. Open Netflix. So, do you need an Amazon Fire Stick TV, which was the highest selling product during the Great Indian Amazon Sale? The answer to that is, if you have a 4K TV which natively doesn't support Amazon Prime, then you have no option but to buy either an Android box like Roku, which supports Amazon Prime 4K, or you go for an Nvidia Shield or an Apple TV 4K, something like that, which costs much more. This is an alternative which is pretty well balanced. It's not really expensive when you compare it to other products which support 4K, Amazon Prime's 4K. The way the menu is laid out, the way the seasons of TV series, the apps, the games, the movies is laid out is pretty commendable, easy to use. It's not cluttered, everything looks neat. I personally don't have a 4K TV, but I like how it looks on my television. Even though I have a set-top box which supports Amazon Prime, not 4K, but just Amazon Prime, I'm really impressed how well this functions. Along with that, I'm happy that you can connect your Bluetooth speakers, your keyboard or your joystick to play some games, but I'm not going to play games on a Fire Stick. But the fact that I can connect my Bluetooth speaker directly to my Fire Stick sounds is nice. With that being said, one of the drawbacks is you cannot cast your screen directly on the 4K Fire Stick. However, you can cast your screen on the normal SD or rather the Full HD Fire Stick, which is the first generation, which is a little surprising because you have such an important feature which is there on the previous iteration, but the next iteration or the upgrade, the feature is lost, which is kind of a downgrade if you ask me. That is something which I would want to see probably in the future. The second downside to this is it's slightly expensive because it's costing, I think, 5,000 right now, and even though there are limited, there is quite a huge number of shows you can watch in 4K. It's a little expensive for a layman or a common user to spend 5,000 to watch something like 10 or 15 shows in 4K. So I hope you like this video. The setup process is the last video of 2018. It's been a great year, and I would thank each and every one of you guys for being such wonderful audience and supporting me throughout this year. I hope you guys have a wonderful year ahead. And that's me signing out for 2018. I'll see you in the next year. Thanks so much for watching. You guys have a great day ahead. Take care.